I'm opening the space with a candle. I hope you're good. Whatever you're experiencing at the moment, we're gonna figure it out what could help you with the tarot. So I'm gonna do a tarot reading for you. Take what resonates and really please leave the rest. If there are some things that do not resonate, you do not have to take them. You can just take what is helping you. And the purpose of all of this is to create a space for you to feel comfortable and for you to be in the present moment and to be connected to your intuition, because we are like co-creating this video, because what will resonate into you is something, it's like gold, I would say. It's gonna open some little lights inside of you, and it's gonna help you to feel more grounded, more in the present moment, more aware, having like a bigger perspective of what you're living. And all the answers are already inside of you. That's why tarot reading, it's beautiful. Because it's only confirming things that you already know, but sometimes we need to have those kind of videos to help us to be connected to those things that we know already. So I'm gonna help you today, having those confirmations help you to just step into those beautiful energy, leave the mental, leave the ego, leave all of those things that are kind of reassuring our ego, but it's not useful. What is useful is to be in the frequency of love, and you're gonna feel good when it resonates, or it's gonna trigger you for a good reason as well. Just be connected to your intuition, whatever. So for those readings, I really like to open the space and ask all the good energy that are here to protect us, that are here to just give us some clue, some messages through this moment. I'm gonna ask them to be with us. Like when you're connected to the energy of someone that you really like, or you know that this person believe in you in general. You know that this person, think of a person that is so happy for you, whatever you're doing, that do not have any judgment. Or that's why I like to be connected to some like highest entities, but it can be scary for some people, but I promise that it's just here for help. It's here to make us feel more connected to that divine energy that just want us to feel good. So if you want to call it love, if for you it's a little bit too not tangible, you can think of someone that really wants for you the best. Sorry for my English. So be connected to that good, beautiful feeling of just, I don't know, like a person that really wants you to be good, or love in general, or feel in your body a moment that you've experienced recently or in your past or whatever that just was good, that felt good. Be grateful to be able to have a body and to be able to experience those good feeling. Whatever, we're gonna start. There is like a card that we need, something we need to know about what we are experiencing at the moment. Woo. 4 cards on the table. We're gonna start with this one. Temperance. You're in a period of your life where you're healing from something. You're in a moment where everything's starting to go back to its original form, if it's logical or if it resonates. It's like you've been hurted or things happened in your life where you've been really low. It was really dramatic feeling where you felt really lost, and now you're in a period of your life where you're taking all of those pieces that went on the floor and you're building from that something even stronger than in the past. Because maybe sometimes you're like thinking of your past and be like, whoa, it was so good when I was like that, when I was doing this, but everything just fall apart, and you could be a bit nostalgic about this period of your life where everything was good. But what you don't understand is that all the things that happened to you happened for you to grow even stronger than you once were. So you're gonna really understand that the things that you've been through happened for a reason, for you to be even more connected to this highest version of you. And you're starting to be in a moment where you're building from all the pieces that went on the floor a new reality. But you could not build this new reality if those pieces was not on the floor. So you're like using those pieces to make something even beautiful, something more strong, something more solid. You're building your foundation, you're healing, everything flows. You're becoming that kind of an angel that is using the water, like the water on the floor, using it to create something even more beautiful. And you can see like that everything seems to flows. This person, this angel, is in the nature. Like maybe you could be more connected to stuff that are bigger than you, and maybe before you were maybe too zoomed inside of your problems, inside of those pieces on the floor. You were like, whoa, my world is completely destroying, how will I do? But now you understand why things happen to you this way. It was not against you, but it was for you to be stronger even more, and be you cannot like go back to that person that you once were, that was suffering, that was taking everything personally, or that was like just too zoomed into his or her problems. It's like now you are in a period of your life where you do not accept that those things define you, that those things will define your future too. And so now you're really taking your power back. Congratulations. Ooh. Four of Swords is like a card of you just went through the battle, as I said, and now you need some rest. You need to just lay down and be like, what happened? You're like thinking and just like understanding why things happen to you this way, but not in a way. You're not rejecting those things, you're accepting them on the table. You're having a dinner with them and you're like, whoa, okay, thank you, actually. So you're laying down and you're looking at the battle that you've been through and you're like, thank you, actually, because it's thanks to you that I'm capable to have this inner knowledge that I would have not have if I have not been through those obstacles. So you're probably in a moment of rest because we are like in the last month of 2025. As you know, probably this is a year 9, like the number 9, which is the end of a cycle, and you're kind of looking at those 9 years with a big smile, but at the same time, like, kind of some great, like, you're grateful that you've been through all of this and that you're still here and that you're still, and you're growing from that. It's quite a calm period where you're stepping into your stillness. That's simple presence. If I'm listening around me right now, I'm feeling that everything is more grounded, more calm. And you have to, like, put those moments into your life more and more and more. Organize yourself to be not organized. I don't know if you understand. Like, organize moments for you to have the space to be not organized and to go with the flow of life. And to rest and to look back of all the battles that you've been through. And how can you grow even stronger through that? How can you have even more power and just like rebirth, like experiencing a rebirth from the ashes? 3 of Wands, it's like you've already put it some actions into the reality, in your business, in your passion. Like, you're feeling that you're going forward and that you've understood things about yourself. Like, you're starting to really understand who you are and what you want in your life. Through those experiences, through those bad moments, through this healing process, you're really like understanding like who you truly are, and that you do not belong to a classical path. You want to build your own path, and you want to be that calm and reassuring, loving person that validates you no matter where you're going. You know that you have you now. You know that you can be the only person that validates you, and you will be okay. Because it's only about you. It's only about your path. It's only about what you've been, what's your mission, what you've been doing on this earth. And you cannot be sucked by those bad energy that wants you to be or to do other things that you're not supposed to do, that you're not supposed to be. And they were a part of you where you thought in the past that it was you actually wanting to do and to be those things. But now you're in a moment where you're understanding by resting and by observing what's been happening, and by your healing process, you're understanding now that those things that you were doing, it was not you actually. It was just people or the society in general, like just, it was not from you. You were doing things, but something was missing. The Tower. Let me just close. Oh, the door was already closed. I thought it was not. Have you closed some doors? The Tower moment. The Tower is like when everything just falls apart. And maybe your reality right now is a mess. But that's for a reason, and you're understanding this by just resting peacefully into that crumbled tower. You're so peaceful when you're thinking of that tower. It's not stressing you because you're understanding why it is happening. It's for you to have that fuel inside of you that is even more pure than the fuel that you had inside of your body before. The fuel that you had in your body before, as I said, was more a fuel from the external. But now the fuel that you're putting in your vessel is a fuel from you. And sometimes you need to face things that are kind of a chaos, like everything is a chaos. Everything falls apart. For you to go back to yourself. Everything disappear. Maybe you've been through ego death. Maybe you've been through like relationship that just ended, a job that you thought that it was your dream job. In fact, the world is showing you that you do not have to go in this path. Or just things that are not fitting correctly and you thought it would. And at the beginning you were thinking that it was against you. But now with that rest, with that look, you're understanding, wait a minute, everything, it is supposed to be that way. For me to go back to myself, and I cannot go back to myself if I am not taking back, like removing the bad fuel in my vessel. If I'm not removing the bad fuel in my vessel, how can I replace it with a better fuel? With a more pure, divine, really good quality fuel that come from you, from your essence. You cannot understand what's good for you if you didn't first experience things that you do not want for you. You cannot understand that you do not like chocolate if you do not experience the taste of the chocolate. So you've been experiencing things that you do not want in your life ever again, and that will give you a lot of strength for the future. Maybe I'm feeling that I'm getting disturbed by what is going on. Like I was like, is the door is closed, or it's like it's a secret. It's like it's something that you've just discovered and that you do not want to share too much, because you know that it's pure, and that if you're speaking too much about this, you're gonna kind of let it flows. I don't know how to express this, like let it let it disappear through the perceptions, through the eyes of the others, the look, the judgment, the emotions, those energies around. If you're speaking about that, those things can have an impact on those realizations that you're facing, and it can remove the magic. So be aware of who you're talking to. Can they really understand what you're facing? Isn't it better to just be that presence, that reassuring presence for yourself? Maybe you could write down what you're experiencing. looking at those videos, but be grounded, connected to your inner self, not being too much sharing that for now, because it's like an egg. It's like fragile, and you want it to be safe. You want it to be safe before everything show up, before this thing will go and take a lot of space in your life, because it will, definitely. You have to protect that little light. Like, if it's like the fire, you want to protect it from the wind. You want to love this light, be there for this light, be like, shh, don't listen to things around you, don't listen to the wind that will come into you and that will kill you. You're safe, you're safe, you're safe. Be that reassuring presence for yourself while you're understanding those concepts. Those cards are amazing, and we can really understand what is going on and how you can protect yourself. But like, really take the time to be with yourself. Do not be disturbed by your phone, by people that you know that they just couldn't understand, or maybe cut some energetic wounds, links, like, I don't know, start to imagine, like, my English is so bad. Have the image of you cutting those wounds around you, those links that will not help you for your future you, for this new chapter. Cut those things. Let go. Let go. Or imagine that I'm taking those things for you. Like, wow, that's so strong. Oh my god, I'm feeling it. Okay. We're feeling so much better, no? Oh, I'm feeling that there's a little bit more. Okay, that things is not supposed to be here. Do not put your attention into this. Do not look at this, because when you're looking at this, you're just like, keep nurturing it in some way. So do not look at this. Do not put your attention into this, because you have only one attention. Feeling it. Okay. I like to visualize those things sometimes. For me to like getting rid of things that do not belong to me, that are not welcomed for this new chapter. Because you are in a moment where you're understanding what's good and what's bad for you, and what you have to bring in the new chapter with you, and what you have to let go of. For you to really build from those ashes, build from those pieces, you have to first realize that those pieces was here for your good, not for you to be even more destroyed. Nothing is against you, even when you think it is. It's only how you're looking at things that will make the difference. Maybe one last card, the card under. Ooh, Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is the queen of the fire of your mission, of what's is what is burning inside of you. What is burning inside of you? What do you really want in your life? And understand that you do not want bad things to happen to you again. But for that, you have to rest and to understand that those things happen for you to understand that you do not want them to happen again. You, as I said, you cannot understand that you do not like chocolate if you do not eat the chocolate. And then, okay, then you decide that this chocolate, you will never eat it again. But for you to decide that, you have to take your power back. And you have to act from a space of love and not from a space of lack. Not from a space of you wanting to have people that say good things to you, or like say that they're sorry, or it's not from that. You're not gonna heal from that. You're gonna heal by being good. Every time I'm like, it's for me, it's a confirmation, because you're just in the same level as them, or as those situations. If your energy is filled by that, do not put your attention into those things. And we remove that. It's gone now. Now that it's done, now that it's gone, what are you doing? How do you act in life? As if you already had everything that you've already, or that you've desired, that you've always desired. The Queen of Wands, she's acting with flows, with the feminine inside of her, and with the fire, with the wands, with the passion. Be connected to your why. To like why you've been experiencing those things. It's not for nothing. I promise it's not for nothing. It's not like, oh, life do not love you and wants you to suffer. Why do you explain that there are people that have been through horrible things and they're now successful and really happy? Why can't it be the same for you? The only thing that will make the difference is how you're looking at the situation. How can you act on this? How can you make it a really strong power for you? How can you create that new fuel, divine fuel that comes from you and not from the external? Now it's about you. Now it's you alone in front of this big path, and you can do whatever you want. You're free. You've always been free. And 3 of Wands. You've always been free. And you have the power inside of you to create the reality that you've always wanted, with flows. The Queen is like the flow. She's acting with flow. Everything is just coming into her way in a natural way. She's not forcing it, but she's going with love, with patience, with anger. But she knows her value, and she knows that it's just a matter of time when she's gonna have all the things that she wants. Wow. Do we have like one last card? Woo. I've seen the devil. Be aware of the temptation around you. Be aware of the things that distract your path, your mission, and what you're supposed to do. Be aware of those people around you that are trying to dim your light. Be aware of those things, and you're gonna be super powerful, because you will be able to act from that, and you're not gonna be in the same level as those people that are trying to disturb you, or those situations that are trying to disturb you. When you are going into that too much, it's the devil is inside of you. Like, the devil wants you down, wants you low. So how can you prove that you're aware of those things? You're aware of the cinema, or of the film, of the theater, of everything happening. You're aware that it's for you to be even more stronger when your world is completely disturbing. You're here to build a new reality from those pieces on the ground. You're not here to be distracted even more. You're not here to be even more lower. You're not here to fight new battles that are even harder, for you to be like weaker and weaker and weaker. It's not the purpose of your life. Do not go into those temptations of being like a victim. Do not go into those temptations of staying for ages into that state of victimization. Be stronger than that, and go into that, and above that, and find inside of this chaos this little voice of responsibilization of your parent inside of you, and heal from those pieces on the floor. Do not let them get you even more. Do you know what I mean? This is the last card. The high priestess. Ooh, by doing all of those things, that's a really beautiful card to end this reading. But by doing this inner work, and keep it for yourself as a secret, and understanding that you can be distracted super easily, and go back to yourself. Find your strength inside of you. What you're doing actually is building a knowledge of yourself. And the more you're going into this path, the more you're gonna know yourself, and the more you're gonna be able to put your boundaries. This is a no. I've experienced this in the past. I do not want to be in this situation again, ever. So I'm gonna say no. But maybe there will be moments where you will not be able to say no. And then when you will do the work of those cards, and like go back to yourself, give yourself the love, heal from those experiences, the more you will do that, the more you will be able to put your boundaries, to only walk into this life to the version of you to the best version of you. And the best version of you already exists. You just have to tap into this highest frequency. So connect yourself to those knowledge that you are understanding, and take it as a blessing. It's a blessing. Every obstacles are a blessing, because it's a way for you to know you even more, and to be stronger and stronger and stronger, and to know even more even more what you want and what you do not want anymore. You're gonna touch something mystery, a knowledge that not a lot of people have. Thank you for this reading. I think that I've said everything. King of Wands. With the Queen of Wands that we have the King of Wands. So we really want you to be like super balanced in your energy with the King and the Queen. Going with the flow. Acting and letting go. Be just so confident about your path, about what is meant for you. Be confident that all those things that happened against you was in fact for you. I hope it resonates. Let me know. And thank you for being here, for listening to me, and really happy to share those messages. Bye bye.